Greetings, YouTube. A frequent topic that comes up on gaming message boards is how do we carry our stuff and organize our dice. So this right here is an aluminum toolbox. I think I picked it up at Home Depot for about $20 or $25. It's got buckles on the side so you can use a shoulder strap if you want. It's got little feet on the bottom so that it sits off the object that you're laying it on, which is good in case you have to on a dirty environment. Handle, two nice big locks, and then you open it up. Now it's originally designed by these little grooves in here so that you could put dividers in. I'm not using any kind of dividers here. I just kind of put stuff in there. Now this right here is a removable tool rack, which I've got a couple of pens and a pencil in it. This right here is notes I would use for an adventure or for a party. This right now is set up for the last character I played, which was Dederick Blackhand, a Miller, a sorcerer, fourth level, alignment neutral good. Now I can be somewhat anal retentive when it comes to designing my own modules, so I actually have like bound up a module. For example, this one's called Going on a Wyvern Hunt, and I put a picture of a wyvern on the cover, which I could use as an illustration during the adventure. And this would have all the notes I need for running the adventure itself. At the moment, I have this set up for Pathfinder, so you've got things like Pathfinder DM screen and the Pathfinder core rule books, and if I needed to, I would throw the bestiary in there. At the moment I actually don't know where my bestiary is. It's somewhere on one of my shelves. We have solar powered calculator because I am really bad at math. We have dice, I'll get to those in a minute. General notes so I can keep track of things, and a small notepad which I use for keeping track of useful information and handing notes to players, things like that. So this is how I organize my dice. Now this was originally a parts display case from back when I worked at the Cushcraft Corporation many years ago, company that's now defunct, and I got this from one of the salesmen who didn't have any use for it any longer. And yes, I actually organize my dice by size and type. Including a silly one like this, for example, which is a D100. Very silly. And also it's got things like mechanical pencil, which I happen to like, and this was a gift from a friend many years ago, which I've kept around simply because it keeps me from being bored. It's fun to look at it at the dice through the crystal. Also, for some strange reason, a marble in here. I'm not really sure why there's a marble in here. And this film case, something you don't see much anymore, has a D12 in it. I've never been able to remember why I put the D12 in this case, but I always have, so I always put it back in there when I'm done. I have no idea why. And in this we also have these right here, which are those two dice, my favorite die 10s, which I used for my to roll 1 to 100 when I ran my 3rd edition Gamma World campaign, and my players came to hate these dice. But this is how I organize my gaming stuff, how I take it from place to place, how I organize my dice so that I have them readily at hand. And I've used this particular setup for over a decade. Prior to that, I would use one of the classic milk crates. And if I found myself needing more space than I have here to carry stuff, I would just use an LL Bean canvas tote and take that with me. So I could be able to pick up everything in two hands and go. So I could be a GM on the move. So I hope this is useful to people who may want to find out ways to organize their gaming stuff. Happy gaming.